kids are gone. So I get to keep these, that's the good news, right? So during Advent with my calendar, Deb gives me gifts, and one of the gifts she gave me were Lego, these are not the Lego, like this is a knockoff brand. That's right, these are called Make It blocks, but they're compatible with Legos. So in my mind, they're as good as Legos. And I've got a whole bunch of pieces here that are just sitting in a bag. And so let's just take a moment to imagine, as I get ready to read the word, that each one of these Legos is a life. And the bag is a church. And I got a whole bunch of people in my church, but it's not built up into anything. It's not built up into anything. And so in order to be built up into something, it needs to allow the hand of the maker to take hold of it. Everyone say take hold of it. So you're going to allow the hand of the maker to take hold of it. Your life. And then he needs to position you where he sees fit, because he has a plan and a purpose.
Yes.
And the Bible's really clear in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. That we ourselves are being built up
Thank you, Lord.
into a spiritual house. And so we've got to allow for the hand of the maker to take hold. I'll just stop at that for now. That's good. And much like we prayed that Paul and Silas were, now they were sent, if you will, by the church to Berea. But they had to consent to being sent.
Yes.
Because God had a plan and a purpose to use them. The problem for many of us is that we want to stay in control
Yeah.
of our own lives. Because I've got a plan for my life. You've got a plan for your life. We've got a plan. And you know, the amazing thing is that sometimes God doesn't have the courtesy to consult us about his plan and our plan.
Amen.
And so even though I'm in the church, I'm not serving the purpose for which God has for me.
Oh.
Because I'm not yet built up
Come on.
into a spiritual house myself. And I think that because I'm in the church, that I must be okay. Because after all, I mean, I am in the church, and there's a bunch of people that aren't in the church. So somehow, I've got to kind of get over myself
Amen.
and allow God to make more of me than I can make of myself.
That's right. Amen.
And alone, and I could just keep going, right? And I'm not going to do it because my message isn't even, this is the introduction to my message. But alone, I'm not taking any shape except for the shape that I have. I'm not taking the shape that the designer has for me. And so we're entering a new year.
Yes.
We've entered it.
Yep.
And we've come to church today, but are we fulfilling our destiny? Or are we just coming to church? Because God's got a plan and a purpose for our life. Sandy, can you turn down number 20 just a little bit? Because I'm preaching now, I'm not just praying. I'll be louder. I don't do this for me, I do this for those that go downstairs, right? And so if I took the rest of these and I kept building and I had a plan and I had a purpose and I designed this, but imagine, if you will, that every one of these that are already being built up said, nah, I can't be bothered with that. I've got other things
Yes.
that I want to do. And what happens over the course of time, and I'll make my point in a moment in brief, and then I'll get to the words specifically for today, is over the course of time, when we've decided that I don't want the hand of the designer to take hold of my life and to build me up, we might go to church for a while, but sooner or later,
Yeah.
Right.
I don't even want to go, because this way he can't get a hold of me. And if you've ever stepped on a Lego with no shoes on,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a lot to pick up on, aren't you? If you've ever stepped on a Lego, it can cause pain to the one who steps on it. And so when we continue to pour ourselves out and not be built up and we remain alone, like I've never stepped on a Lego building and have the same pain as I did on the Lego individual. And it's very painful, like right out of the pit of Hades.
Yes.
Yes, because the demons like somehow stick a stinger in you that make you say unsanctified things because it hurts so bad. Sometimes that's what we do. We have no Lego, sorry.
It's even worse,
Guys,
we're not the one who dropped the Lego.
well, no, but we ourselves are the Lego is my point right now. And so when we don't allow the designer
Yeah.
to build us up and we remain apart, we might be inclined to cause some others some pain, should they happen to step on us wrong.
Come on. You're speaking truth right now, Pastor.
I know I am.
You're speaking
Great,
truth.
And the problem with this, thank you servants of God, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right,